The Morvaxian armada had never known defeat. For 3 centuries, their sleek biomechanical ships had swept through 5 galactic sectors, assimilating over 200 civilizations into their empire. The process was always the same: arrival, demonstration of overwhelming force, subjugation, and then integration into the collective harmony. Resistance was futile, and, after the example made of the Cordovian Republic, whose homeworld was now an asteroid field, increasingly rare, High Admiral Vextora stood on the command platform of the dreadnought Inevitable Conquest, her forearms manipulating the neural interfaces that connected her directly to the ship's consciousness. Her iridescent scales shimmered under the ambient purple lighting as she reviewed the tactical display of their next target, Sol System, home to a primitive bipedal species called humans. "Another insignificant world for the glory of the harmony," she said to Commander Zulkov, her second-in-command. "Preliminary scans show minimal defense capabilities. Their technology is laughably primitive." Zulkov, his scales a deeper shade of blue, nodded in agreement. "Their most advanced vessels use chemical propulsion and nuclear fission. They have no true defensive shields, and their weapons are primitive kinetic and nuclear devices." "Prepare the standard approach," Vextora ordered. "We'll eliminate their orbital defenses, then proceed with the demonstration strike on their largest population center." The command was transmitted instantly through the Morvaxian fleet network. 37 warships of varying sizes adjusted their course toward Earth, their formation a perfect geometric pattern designed to maximize tactical effectiveness. Victory, as always, was a mathematical certainty. Captain Helena Reyes had never expected to make first contact with an alien civilization during a routine patrol of the Kuiper Belt. At 38, she'd spent most of her career on the UES Defiance, a stealth reconnaissance vessel that was technically classified as a warship, but had never fired a shot in anger. Its primary mission was to monitor solar system security, watching for unauthorized mining operations or terrorist activities. The Defiance had been designed to remain undetected, with advanced stealth systems that masked its energy signature and a hull coated in materials that absorbed or deflected scanning beams. When the alien fleet emerged from what appeared to be artificial wormholes at the edge of the system, the Defiance had been perfectly positioned to observe without being detected. 37 vessels, Captain, Lieutenant Mayers reported from the sensor station. Configuration unknown, but definitely not human design. They're moving in formation toward Earth. Helena studied the tactical display, her brow furrowed. No attempt at communication? No standard first contact protocols? None, Captain. They're maintaining radio silence. Move us to parallel course, maximum stealth, Helena ordered. Continue monitoring transmissions. The Defiance shadowed the alien fleet for 12 hours as it moved steadily inward through the solar system. When the aliens accelerated suddenly near Mars, Communications Officer Park finally detected something. "Captain, I'm picking up transmissions between the alien vessels. It's not in any known language, but the computer is detecting patterns consistent with tactical communications." Helena's instincts, honed through 15 years of military service, screamed danger. "Get me a direct line to Fleet Command, Priority Alpha." The response from Earth came swiftly: "Observe and report, but do not engage." The planetary defense grid was being activated, and diplomatic channels were being prepared. As the alien fleet approached Earth orbit, Helena and her crew watched in horror as the lead ships fired on the orbital defense platforms without warning or provocation. The platforms, designed to counter missile attacks and debris, crumbled under the alien energy weapons. "They're attacking without provocation," Helena said, her voice tight with anger. "This isn't first contact, it's an invasion." The largest alien vessel moved into position above North America. Energy readings spiked dramatically. They're charging weapons, Mayers reported. Energy output suggests. Captain, if that hits a population center. Helena didn't hesitate. Battle stations. Arm tactical nuclear torpedoes. Disengage stealth systems and prepare to engage. Her crew stared at her in shock. That's a direct violation of orders, her executive officer reminded her quietly. I'm aware, Commander. Note my decision in the log. Helena's eyes remained fixed on the tactical display. But I will not watch millions die while we hide. High Admiral Vex Tora was moments from ordering the demonstration strike on the human city designated New York, when alarms shrieked across the command platform. Proximity alert. Zulkav called out. Unknown vessel. Approaching at high velocity. Impossible, Vex Tora hissed. Our scans detected all defensive assets. On the tactical display, a small ship appeared, seemingly from nowhere, accelerating directly toward the inevitable conquest. Before the Morvaxian targeting systems could lock on, the vessel launched multiple projectiles. Primitive nuclear devices, Zulkov reported dismissively. Deploying countermeasures. The countermeasures failed. Whatever guidance system the human torpedoes used, it wasn't affected by the standard Morvaxian electronic warfare suite. 3 nuclear devices detonated in sequence, precisely positioned to disrupt the dreadnought's shield harmonics. For the first time in her military career, Vex Tora felt the deck shudder beneath her feet. Warning indicators flashed across neural interfaces as the inevitable conquest weapons charging sequence destabilized. Target that vessel, she commanded, rage coloring her voice. But the human ship was already moving, executing maneuvers that seemed impossible for its size and configuration. It streaked between 2 Morvaxian cruisers, causing them to fire on each other as they attempted to target it, then vanished from sensors again. Where is it? Vex Tora demanded. Unknown, High Admiral, Zulkav admitted. Their stealth technology is unexpected. Before Vex Tora could respond, the human vessel reappeared, launching another volley not at the dreadnought this time, but at the fleet's communication nexus ships. The precisely targeted strikes disrupted the Harmony network, temporarily isolating each vessel from the collective tactical consciousness. In the confusion, Earth's defensive forces, primitive but numerous, launched their counterattack. What should have been an easily repelled assault instead found gaps in the Morvaxian formation, exploiting the temporary lack of coordination. Withdraw to defensive positions, Vex Tora ordered. Re-establish the Harmony network. As the Morvaxian ships began to regroup, the human vessel continued its hit-and-run attacks, never remaining visible long enough to be targeted effectively, striking with uncanny precision at critical systems. It shouldn't have been possible. One small ship could not challenge the might of the Morvaxian armada, yet it was happening. 3 days later, Helena Reyes stood before a court-martial panel, her captain's insignia removed from her uniform. The charges were serious: direct violation of orders, unauthorized engagement with an alien force, risking interstellar war. The proceedings were interrupted when Fleet Admiral Chen entered, followed by 2 aides carrying sealed orders. This court-martial is suspended, Admiral Chen announced. Captain Reyes's actions have been retroactively authorized at the highest level. The panel members exchanged confused glances. The alien force, now identified as the Morvaxian Armada, has withdrawn from Earth orbit, Admiral Chen continued. Intelligence indicates they are re-evaluating their strategic approach. Captain Reyes's unconventional tactics appear to have convinced them that humanity is not the easy conquest they anticipated. Helena remained at attention, her expression neutral despite her surprise. Furthermore, Chen added, the Defiance's sensor data has provided invaluable insights into Morvaxian technology and tactics. We now understand they've conquered hundreds of worlds using the same methodical approach, an approach Captain Reyes disrupted. The Admiral approached Helena directly. You're being promoted to Commodore, Reyes. You'll command a new task force specifically designed to employ your unconventional tactics. Intelligence suggests the Morvaxians will return with greater numbers, but they're used to easy victories. You've proven they can be hurt. You've shown that humanity won't be an easy conquest. Helena finally allowed herself a small smile. Permission to speak freely, Admiral? Chen nodded. They may have conquered worlds with ease before, but now they know differently. The defiance was just the first thorn in their path. We'll make sure they face an entire bramble. Far across the stars, in the command chamber of the Morvaxian homeworld, High Admiral Vex Tora faced the sovereign consciousness, attempting to explain the unprecedented setback. For the first time in centuries, the Morvaxian expansion had been checked not by a superior force or advanced civilization, but by a single human warship that refused to follow the established rules of engagement. The conquest of Earth would require a new approach, more resources, different tactics. What should have been a simple subjugation had become a complicated military campaign, all because of one ship, one captain who chose to fight when victory seemed impossible. The galaxy watched and waited, wondering if this small blue planet might achieve what hundreds of other worlds could not, standing against the seemingly unstoppable tide of the Morvaxian armada.